Hey, I'm Spenser.
And I'm Brit.
And I'm Brad.
Since 2011, Buckethead has released 296 albums? 97 albums in his Pikes series. And we're going to listen to them
3 at a time.
This is Getting Head.
Bucketcast.
Welcome, head-getters, friends, slunks, slogs, Buckethead, Bootsy, Collins, Cashfit Collins, R.I.P.
Rip.
Whoa, okay. This is going
Danzig,
hard.
maybe Doyle, not sure. He's off and on. Maynard James Keenan.
No. This is not a podcast that salutes or endorses Maynard James Keenan in any way.
Whoever played the candlestick on the Beauty and the Beast live adaptation.
Like, you mean the
Jussie Smollett and Kyle Rittenhouse. Welcome. This is episode 66.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Wow. Okay, that was quite a list, Brit.
That was...
Wow.
What the fuck?
66 of Getting Head of Bucketcast.
We managed to make 66 of these episodes, and I cannot believe that we're still doing
Here's to
this.
Satan and 600 more.
Congratulations.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah. We're joined with a guest, somebody I know from Alaska.
Yes.
And who I have come to learn that Brit does not know.
Oh.
So
Maybe?
I
I'm not sure.
I had assumed.
I had to think about it for a minute, too. I was like, yeah, no, me and Britt, never really, we were in, the same circles, but we never crossed paths, really.
Yeah. And he was explaining me to you, and I'm like, wait, okay, and I thought of all the Brads I knew. And I'm like, did they play for this band and this band? And Spencer's like, no.
No.
I have no idea.
Just
no
the
idea.
one.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So, anyways, what did you do?
Oh.
Why are you here?
Yeah, what happened? What crimes are you guilty of to be on the Buckethead podcast?
Tell us about your crimes.
Only.
So when I was talking to Spence about this today, when he brought up that you didn't even remember who I was like, I had to think about it, and I was like, yeah, we never had any interactions really, except this one time at Paddle Boat Cafe at a Corruption show. I was 16 probably, and too drunk for a 16-year-old. And
which is any amount of drugs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it was it's probably on Mad Dog or some shit too.
Hell yeah.
But
hell yeah. This is the year of Mad Dog again.
So
yeah.
You get that joke?
Oh yeah.
Because it's 2022.
Oh shit. I'm still not drinking Mad Dog ever again though. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Oh.
But y'all remember on that stage there was these weird wood carvings, and one of them had a washboard on it that had some brushes.
Yeah,
and
okay.
So I was super drunk, and I was just goofing during your guys' set, and I fucking just put it on and started goofing with it. And Britt, you saw it, and you just told me, you're like, yo,
that was you.
Get on the stage.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
that was a lot of fun.
I was like, this is what the fuck is going on? Everyone has to see this. This is
yeah, exactly. I remember that. Yeah.
I just remember not really knowing what I was doing. Because I never.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I never
Every
played a
metal
washboard.
band just needs a washboard player.
I thrashed the fucking shit out of that washboard, though.
No, you killed it. That was okay. I don't remember what you look like, but I remember you for that. Thank you.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
No, thank you. It was a great time.
So, for anybody listening who doesn't know the deep Alaska lore we are referencing, because nobody knows that, why would you? Corruption's the death thrash band that Britt and I used to play for when we were teenagers in Anchorage, Alaska.
Sick as fuck.
And the Paddleboat Cafe is a place that shows used to happen, local shows, small local shows. It was a really tiny venue, but it was pretty
a great
cool.
venue. I loved
it. Was
I loved
fun.
Great little venue.
Really fun. Great times. We ruined it.
Had a bunch of cool shows there. I remember, was that the black metal show, or not the black metal show, the Halloween show where we dressed like a black metal band?
Maybe.
Do you remember that?
It was there was definitely snow on the ground, because I remember someone from Paddle Boat Cafe came and shouted us for drinking in the bathroom.
Oh, right.
You
Didn't
love
you
to
have to
see
go
it.
like outside the building and go around to
Yeah.
get into the bathroom?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Because they were for
that
like
makes sense.
there was like,
Yeah.
it was like
Yeah.
there was I mean literally it was like right on like a little lake where people would go paddle boat. So it was just the little like they sold snacks there for it. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was like not even. It was like barely a shack.
Oh, it was barely
Like-
it was barely even a place that was okay to have a live show. It was so small, but it was
Yeah.
so much fun.
Yeah. But it was like so far away from other businesses.
Yeah, we
that they
never got
literally
noise complaints there.
No.
Yeah, never. Yeah,
Yeah.
we could be as loud as we
Oh, I
wanted.
love
and
that. Yeah.
that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, good time.
Yeah.
good time.
That was a really fun
And
time.
so here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are. We're on the Bucketcast again.
We certainly are.
We're fucking doing it.
Yeah. What's
Uh,
well, let's just what's new with you, Spenser?
Oh my god. Okay, I gotta tell you that, guys, the horrible, dumb shit that I've been dealing with the last couple of days. Well, in addition to like everybody in my life pretty much getting COVID
Yep.
and
I
like trying to
haven't.
avoid
I
that.
haven't. You're welcome.
Except for you, thankfully.
I got you, bro.
And hopefully you too, Brad.
Yep,
but,
dodged it. So
yeah,
far.
that tight. So far, me too. Yeah,
I've been stuck
I'm-
at home, so it's easy.
Yeah. You got the
I
whole
broke
foot
my fucking
thing.
foot. So yeah.
Yeah, you broke your fucking foot.
Yeah,
Terrible.
God was like, you know what? I'm gonna save you this one. You're in grocery stores all day. I'm gonna save you here. I'm like, you know
If
what,
there was
God?
if there was ever a
Fuck
time
you,
to break your
but
foot.
yeah, right.
Yeah, for real. If there's
Mm-hmm.
ever a time to do that. So in addition to dealing with that, like yesterday, I took a shower yesterday evening, and afterwards, the hot water in my bathtub would not turn off.
Oh no.
And like it would get down to like a trickle, but it was like a pretty substantial trickle. It's not a little trickle.
So
it was a substantial
wait,
trickle.
question: does your bathtub have a bad prostate?
Nice. Very good. So I worked on it for like 2.5 hours, like in the middle of the night last night, because like this happened. I took a shower pretty late. You know, sometimes I like a night shower. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's in the middle of the night. And I'm like, I'm not going to contact the building manager in the middle of the night. And like, so I fucked around with it for a really long time. Then I just got pissed. I was like, why am I fucking in my bathroom at 2:30 in the morning, like fucking with this goddamn thing to try to get it to stop draining? And so it pissed me off. And I was like, whatever, I'm just going to go to bed. So I went to bed. Woke up today. My bathroom is like, my whole apartment is like a fucking jungle, like just steamy and fucking insane. Because it's the hot water that won't turn off, of course.
Would you say your house is like the theme song to Monk?
It's like a jungle in here. Down the people everywhere. That's fucking Randy Newman,
Yeah,
right?
Randy Newman's the worst. I hate him.
Oh, dude. Top 10, like, top 3 musicians who just need to get beat.
Dude,
Like,
yeah, imagine him doing a collab with Jimmy Buffett. Oh my god, I
Oh
would
my
kill
God.
myself. Like,
no, that can't happen.
we
No,
wasting away again, Margaritaville people.
Oh man, see, that's what Power Man 5000 was talking about when they were
When
talking
worlds
about when
collide.
worlds collide. Like that's it right there. the Randy Newman ex Jimmy Buffett. Yeah, that's fucked up. So anyways, my apartment's super steamy, super hot, and like it's still draining. And I'm like, well, fuck, I have to contact the building manager now. I have to deal with this.
Yeah.
And so I hit them up, and the building manager sends me back a text that's like very clearly like speech to text, and like everything's like spelled wrong and doesn't make any sense.
Love that.
But I get from that they're trying to get me to like go into the like website and submit a maintenance request. I'm like, okay, cool. So do that. And maintenance guy calls me pretty quickly thereafter, shows up about 45 minutes later, and fucks around with the bathtub for a while. And he like leaves and comes back a few times, does a bunch of stuff, then tries to get weird with me about wearing a mask at the end of it. And I'm like, dude, I don't have time for this. Just, we're good.
Wait, did he not want to wear a mask or?
No, I'd like, so when he called me like right when I submitted the request, or like shortly thereafter, and was like, okay, I can come by at this time. I was like, you're going to be wearing a mask, right? And he's like, well, yeah, I can. I'm vaccinated though. And I was like, yeah, okay, cool, thank you. And then shows up, he's wearing a mask. He was good about the mask thing. It was, like, he wasn't shitty about it. But like at the end, he started to try to like talk to me about masks. He's like, when it comes to masks, it's not really as good as like blah blah. And I was like, dude, we're done here. Like, we don't need to have this interaction. Like, you can go. We're good.
You know, but it was just weighing on this guy's mind the whole time. He's like, fucking mask, motherfucker.
Yes.
Fucking. I'm gonna drop some facts on him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking tell him.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm a maintenance scientist over here.
And so exactly. But then, like, as soon as you started to do that, I was just like, yo, I can't with this, man. Like, I can't with this. And then he was like, okay. And then he left. Well, literally 5 minutes after he left, bathtub starts fucking draining.
No.
And it's worse now. It's worse than it was before. And now it's just like gushing water, and it's hot water still. So it's still going. I can hear it.
So you just are you just gonna try and learn how to fix that on YouTube or nah?
Well, so like I texted the dude like right when he left, and I was like, "Yo, dude, the bathtub's draining again," and then like, or the faucet's leaking again, and then he never texted me back. It's probably because of the mask thing.
Yeah,
he's probably like fucking like fuck that guy, like, and I'm like, god damn it. So it's like, I have to submit another maintenance request, and it's like a whole thing, and like it's just dumb. I hate it.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
That's my life.
That's
really
my
life.
life.
That's no fun.
Fuck. Yeah, Brad,
just,
what's up with you, man?
Buy a new
what's
faucet.
going on?
Yeah.
Oh, I just well, my birthday was last week, which was sick.
Well, dude, happy birthday! My birthday was like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, sick! Hell yeah! Oh, that's right. Yeah, happy birthday to you too.
Yeah, happy birthday, man.
So, I mean, with that and the holiday, it was nice. I got about a week and a half off work, and then the snowstorm hit, and like we just shut down. So that was sick.
Yep. But
then Monday, fucking had to go back to work, dude, and
fuck that.
Yeah, today just it was Friday. It was I got soaking wet on the way into work because it's raining hard as shit here right now. And then but the good news is I'm home. I got Crocs on. I'm in my sweats. So
tight.
Gotta rock those Crocs.
Yeah, I mean
that's what I gave Spenser for his birthday.
Oh hell yeah, that's a great gift.
I'm crocking like Dawkin now.
Isn't it sick to have some Crocs?
Yeah. By the way, Spenser, I got your jibs in, baby.
Oh, tight. Yeah.
I was gonna drop
we can't
them
say that word. I don't think we're allowed to say that word.
We're not allowed to say the full word. We can say jibs. Jibs is fine, but
y'all. That's right. Y'all aren't a fan of gibbets.
Whoa! You gotta put some money in the swear jar now, buddy.
Shit.
Whoa.
Yeah, we don't do the hard tea around these parts. Well, except for the twisted iced tea, we definitely do that hard tea.
Yeah,
we do that hard tea for sure. Yeah, for sure.
To be fair, I was knowingly breaking the rules too. I was trying to be provocative.
No, I see. Yeah, I see.
That's
so
fair. That's fair.
I concede. I'll have to throw some money in the swear jar.
Fair.
Yeah.
No hard feelings.
Yeah, we just use that to, I don't know what we use it for. pay the hosting fee.
That's exactly what we use it for. Yes.
Brit, what's up with you? What have you been doing with your time?
I've been having a broken foot. My family left earlier this week.
I went over and hung out with you and your family. That was fun.
Yeah.
A couple times. Saw your dad. Saw your mom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but since then, I met someone new who's really cool.
Ooh.
Hell yeah!
Nice. So I've been spending most of my week going to Plowtown.
Nice.
Hey.
We
love to hear it.
Yeah,
we love to hear it. Yeah, how's that with a broken foot? Like the logistics have got to be a little weird.
My dick ain't broken, yo.
Hey, let's give Brit a round of applause real quick.
Yeah. Good job.
I've got ingenuity, brother.
No matter horniness is the mother of ingenuity.
It's true.
For sure.
I could be in a full body cast, and I would figure out a way.
I mean, where there's a boner, there's a way.
Absolutely. Where there's a willy, there's a way.
That's pretty good. Nice. Yeah, we love to see it.
It's
great.
Yeah.
Tight.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Big sex fans here on
yeah.
a Bucketcast.
Actually, more so fornication. Like, I'm terrified of getting married because like post-marital sex.
Nah.
No. Not into.
Nah.
It.
Probably just doesn't hit the same.
No, definitely not. Doesn't. Like,
definitely
I
doesn't.
don't want to have sex with my wife. As I've been told, I saw it on a documentary. Her vagine is like wizard sleeve. So,
That's true. That's true.
No thanks. No thanks.
But here's the thing: wizard sleeves are fucking dope. You can hide so much shit up there.
Yeah, magic shit too.
Yeah.
Which is like makes it extra cool. There's nothing,
You got like
nothing wrong.
You like tuck your grimoire up in there. You can tuck your weed up in there.
Yeah, your orbs, like all that stuff.
How much room does that leave for a penis, though? Because
plenty.
Like enough.
Plenty.
Enough?
Like
plenty.
I don't know.
You can fit so many dicks in a wizard's
So
sleeve.
many dicks.
Let me tell you.
How many?
Also, so many dicks in a wizard's sleeve is the name of the band.
You remember in like school or like they'd have contests where they're like, guess how many jelly beans are in the jar, and if you guess the closest, they'd like give you the jar of jelly beans. It'd be better if they just had a big wizard sleeve and they're like, how many dicks you think you can fit in the wizard sleeve? And if you guess
69,
correctly,
maybe.
Oh, think about the equations
Nice.
you'd have to come up with too, because you'd have to be like, okay, what's the average dick size? Like, do we know anything about like, you know, are they flaccid? Are they erect?
Exactly.
Also,
state
I
of
think
it's
the
definitely
most important question here: are they wizard dicks?
Ooh, that's a
because
good
the
question.
wizard dicks, they're magical.
They're
and
magical
that
and
introduces
massive.
other variables.
They're like UK jungle. They are massive.
Well, if we're going into the Harry Potter universe here for a moment, I believe there is a producer.
Let's not.
But I believe there's. Well, actually, let's not. We'll just go into general fantasy realm because fuck Harry Potter.
Yeah.
But in any case,
Yeah, for sure.
there's got to be like a dicks aplenty spell where you can just cast as many dicks as you want, and you'd figure you'd have to storm somewhere.
Well,
You'd fill them, fill a whole wizard sleeve with all those dicks that you generated.
It's definitely like necromancy, or no? Is it necromancy? Because you're like getting bones back to life, right?
I guess it's is it like conjuring?
It's summoning.
Well,
it's definitely summoning, but I'm wondering if it's like because
But, like,
hold on a second.
yeah.
You guys, if you're summoning dicks into existence, presumably, like, are those dicks coming from real people? Are you taking people's dicks to then summon for your own purposes?
That's a moral quandary.
Also, you gotta consider, like, if they're disembodied dicks, like without the prostate and everything, can they actually come?
And would they have the balls, or are we just getting the dick?
Right?
Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, I always assume balls come with them.
That's
but
the thing about
that's a different part.
That's the thing about magic. You got to be really specific.
Spenser.
Magic has
Magic.
consequences.
Yeah.
Gotta be specific about shit.
Oh man. Yeah. Fucking.
Wow.
In the words of ICP, magic.
I love it. I actually have an ICP recommendation later, so that's beautiful.
We stand ICP here. We are down with the clown. And speaking of which, down with the clown, Brit. You're a bit of a clown. Can you?
Fine. Okay.
Can you hit us with the bucket fact?
I will, I guess.
Bucket fact, bucket fact, bucket fact, bucket fact, bucket fact,
bucket fact, bucket fact.
Today we're going to talk about one of Buckethead's earlier commercial collaborations with movie and television composer George S. Clinton.
Wait, so what's the wow?
This is not George Clinton.
Clintons. Tell me about the different Clintons.
So
George Clintons.
Not to be confused with funk pioneer George Clinton of Parliament Funkadelic. George S. Clinton is both white and was born in Chattanooga, Tennessee on June 17th, 1947.
Whenever I hear the word Chattanooga, I want to go, Chattanooga!
That's actually the proper way to pronounce it.
I feel like it should be preceded by at least like 4 chuggas, like chugga,
Chattanooga. Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, George began his musical career while living in Nashville and going to college, after which he moved to L.A. to become a staff writer and musical arranger for Warner Brothers Music. Clinton would put together a band that would play sessions in L.A., and soon gained enough attention to be offered to score Cheech and Chong's Still Smoking, the first film he scored, and their next film, The Corsican Brothers.
I'm so sorry to keep interrupting, but do you think that he George S. Clinton got the gig composing the score for Cheech and Chong's Still Smoking because they thought he was George Clinton?
One might wonder that. But
that seems like
they all lived in LA at the same time, so they had to have seen him, met him. Like you gotta know,
sure. That seems like a thing that could have possibly happened.
Sure.
I mean, he had to
he had
to be out there schmoozing. You know, people.
Yeah. It's like they invited him. Like they invited him to a meeting because they thought he was George Clinton, and then when they found out he wasn't, they were too embarrassed to like not give him the job.
Right? They're like, well, can you do funk though?
I don't see why not. I'm George S. Clinton.
Clinton would continue session and composing work for many years, eventually leading to a gig to score 1996's Mortal Kombat.
Sick.
Oh, sick. That rocks.
Where he met Buckethead.
Hell yeah.
In Clinton's words, quote, "For the first test screening, they had put a temporary score under it that was mainly traditional orchestral action music, and it became clear that the target audience, which was used to hearing techno music blasting during gameplay, was not happy with that approach. So that gave me the opportunity to come up with an approach I called Techno Takio Orsho, or Orco, I guess. My score would have a techno core with a layer of Asian ethnic instruments, taiko drums, shakuhachi and tuvan throat singing, surrounded by an orchestra. But not just a regular orchestra, a testosterone orchestra."
Oh my god.
This is a cool concept, actually. No treble clef instruments, no flutes, clarinets, trumpets, violins, etc. Just 18 violas, 14 cellos, 6 basses, and a lot of low brass and percussion.
That's fucking tight.
Yeah,
I know, right?
That's how Black Flag got my war to sound the way it does. They just removed all the mid-range from the mix.
Dude, that's killer.
They just completely cut it out.
It was massive. When music supervisors John Holihan and Sharon Boyle introduced me to guitar wizard Buckethead, I knew he would become a major element in my score as well.
That rules.
Yeah, Buckethead and Clinton would go on to collaborate often in the next few years, performing the scores together of Mortal Kombat, its sequel Mortal Kombat Annihilation, and Beverly Hills Ninja.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Damn, that rules.
I know.
Let's try to get that guy on the podcast. Let's email him.
I mean,
yeah, y'all should do that.
He's in his mid-70s, but it's still maybe a possibility.
Fuck yeah.
Since then, Clinton has gone on to score many films, most notably The Love Guru, the second and third Santa Claus movies, Big Mama House 2, and everybody, every single Austin Powers film.
Yes. Yeah, baby.
Wow, legend, fucking legend. Yeah, baby.
Talk about worlds colliding once again.
I know, wow. Wow.
Anyway.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That's truly amazing.
So
wow.
Thanks, George S. Clinton, for making great music for fucking bad films.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Namaste.
Bucket facts.
We listened to 3 more Pikes this week.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Pike 196, 197, and 198. Days 11 through 9 till Halloween. Reflection, Residue, and Eye on Spiral.
Cool, I didn't fuck up and listen to the wrong ones.
Nice. You got it. Thank you for
Good
sending
job.
the right one. We appreciate that.
Yeah, we did it. We have 3 more noise albums. We're still in the 31 Days Till Halloween.
Right.
So we're still working our way through the bucket stuff here.
Yeah.
The
Ambient bucket.
It's still a little sparse.
It is. However,
so,
I will say I enjoyed this week's 3 albums a lot more than the last 2 weeks. The last 2 weeks, in my opinion, have been the bottom of the bucket barrel.
It's been rough.
Yeah.
But you know what? Let's get into it.
Yeah, let's get into it. Pike 196.
11 Days Till Halloween, Reflection.
Released on October 21st, just one day after the previous Pike. 12 Days Till Halloween, Face Sling Shot.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. I gotta say, like, if you listen to this podcast, you know that I'm rarely that negative about Buckethead. I think that he's a pretty cool guy. I think what he does is pretty rad.
Hell yeah.
This is the worst Buckethead album that exists. This is not an album. This is terrible. I hated this. I hated listening to this. It was awful.
I definitely hated. There was one, I think, 2 weeks ago that I hated a little bit more, but this one was easily the worst album this week and easily in the bottom of the Days Till Halloween cycle.
Bottom of the bucket, for sure.
It is bottom of the bucket, straight up. This is the last piece of chicken left in your 12-piece family fill-up.
That you leave in the back of your Ford Taurus for, 2 2 months.
And then you eat it and you get botulism and
Yes.
2 diseases that you thought were eradicated in the 1700s.
Yeah, like scurvy somehow. It's
Yeah.
like, how do I have a pirate disease?
Yeah, exactly.
Never.
Yeah, you get like a pirate disease and a blacksmith disease, and
Dude, it is never good when you have like a disease that came from like the 17th century, or that's when it's the most known for.
oh yeah,
It's
like
ugh.
like when the doctor's like, I need to get like a historical specialist in here. Like that's never.
No one's. We haven't had a recorded case of this.
Yeah.
Since the 1920s.
Like or when your doctor looks at your chart and there's like, I've only heard legends. Like, not a good sign.
Not a good
and you know
sign,
what?
no.
This album felt like that. This album
Yeah,
felt like some heavy news from your doctor.
it's rough. It's a rough one.
Yeah, this is your
Like-
doctor like telling you that you can't come anymore. It's
Yeah,
like-
this is a bleak bucket work. I struggled to make it through this one.
Yeah,
I was
it's
like, what the fuck? Because
So-
okay, when I listened to this album is when I was dealing with like scheduling shit with
okay.
the tub person to come into my house.
Tub,
Maintenance
wow,
guy.
you're just gonna demote them to that? They're a maintenance
Whatever.
scientist, a maintenance
the
COVID
tubman.
mask scientist. You're gonna
Yeah,
just demote
yeah,
them.
yeah.
They've read
Joe
articles
Rogan.
on Facebook, Spencer.
Yeah, he probably listens to Joe Rogan too.
Oh, I
don't
bet
know.
he does. Yeah.
Oh, he probably drove to your apartment listening to the Joe Rogan Experience.
God,
Wow.
I hate that so much, and it's so possibly accurate.
So,
I
so
hate it.
to describe this album, it's like a heavily modded guitar, like the entire time, with a synth envelope buzzsaw sound.
No,
Actually,
it is
it starts
literally
out that
just
way.
reverb.
It starts
it's just
out.
it's just
No,
a bunch of reverb.
No, it starts out on a huge buzzsaw sound, but after like a minute and a half to 2 minutes, it just becomes like delay and a little bit of reverb, and him like just like playing a lot of notes and then letting it fade out, and then playing some more notes and letting it fade out.
You know what
And
he's
it's like,
you know what he's doing? He's jerking it. He's masturbating on this
right?
one.
Yeah, no, he's like, I can play like 2 notes here and then like 4 more pumps, and then a couple more
It's like-
notes, a couple
it's
more
like-
pumps, back and forth, till he
Yeah.
comes all over the fretboard, and then it's on to Pike 197.
I would say,
Yeah.
well, actually, I would just real quick. I would say versus the other stuff, this is like, I wouldn't even call this noise or drone or anything. It's just experimental, which is to
Right.
say,
Yeah.
it's masturbatory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But I didn't hate it.
You know-
I know
what's
you both
actually
did, but
nice.
I've never. This is like the first time I've listened to Buckethead really.
Amazing.
So,
So-
I had no
great-
frame
great
of
intro.
reference.
So, you know what this really reminded me of in a way is I sent this video to you a while ago, Spencer, of Kevin Shields from My Bloody Valentine and Jay Mascis
Oh my
from
God.
Dinosaur Jr.
This
jamming
fucking
together.
video.
And
It's
it
so
is-
bad.
It's like 20 minutes of torture. It's like
so bad.
2 guys trying to lead the musical conversation, and so they just end up like playing 2 disjointed, dissonant parts against each other, just full of effects.
Just trying to
it's
out
like-
pedalboard each other.
Yeah, and it's,
Yeah,
it's-
basically.
oh my god, it is so uncomfortable to
It's
watch.
so dumb. It's so clear that like they are not getting along in a musical
No.
sense and have like probably never played together before.
Yeah.
And it's like you know what it's like? It's like 2 dads in Guitar Center that are
Yeah.
each doing separate
Oh,
things,
fuck.
but also
Yeah.
having a conversation during it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sucked so bad. But this is
fucking
what
terrible.
that reminds me of, just like the worst jam session you could possibly have.
But this is like a solo worst jam.
Right.
session.
Yeah.
It's
And
like
so
it's
it's
like,
like-
you're hanging out by yourself and you're like drunk and like trying to do something cool because it's late at night and the girl you thought was gonna come over like didn't come over and you're like forever alone. I gotta make noise music and
This
then
is specific,
like-
Spencer.
well, hey, you know, look,
Speak
we've
from
all been there.
experience, you know?
We've all been there. It's just it's
I
part of the
haven't.
human experience, okay?
I have
Sometimes
not.
you get all weird and horny and alone, and you just gotta like make some harsh noise about it, okay? Brad knows.
I get it.
Hey, see?
Right.
I get the vibe.
I believe you. I don't.
I'm just saying it's not really a way to live, though. Unless-
yeah, no,
un-
definitely not.
Unless that's how you want to live, then like do your thing. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at the end of each Pike, we ask a question. We open it up and ask like something about the Pike. And so I'm going to ask, what type of footwear is this album while stepping on your balls?
Oh,
What kind of cock and ball torture footwear is this album?
This is sand-covered flip-flops.
Oh my god!
God.
No!
No.
Ah.
Yeah,
thank you.
It's like the flip-flop itself isn't going to be that painful, but the sand is going to really dig into your privates, and it's going to be a bad time.
Like, I'd hope for, like, mercy with, like, a pair of slippers or Crocs or something like that, but yeah.
Sand-covered flip-flops, baby. That's what this is. It's fucking miserable.
That's difficult. I don't disagree. I don't disagree. Anyway, moving on. Pike 197, 10 Days Till Halloween, Residue, released on October 22nd, just one day after Reflection.
We're a bunch of residues talking about it. How
so
cool
I'm going
is
to be
that?
honest, I didn't hate this one.
Yeah, this one
I thought it was okay.
I really like this one too.
Yeah, this one was all right. It was all right. Yeah.
Definitely one of the better Halloween
It was
Pikes.
definitely like there was more care put into the composition here. Like there's definitely like it's definitely experimental / noise music, but there's enough diversity in it and there's enough like structure to it that it was much more listenable.
Right. He actually I feel like has an understanding of what he wants to do and how he wants to play around with textures and some synths. And you know, it's not for everybody. It's definitely some avant-garde noise type stuff, but it's more structured, like, you know, Coil or Aw Tucker.
Oh yeah.
It's like part 5 on the album literally sounded just like an Aw Tucker song, and I was like, you know what? Cool.
Aw Tucker Carlson.
Well, there's just like a bunch of.
That's the name of the episode. That's amazing.
There's just like a bunch of stuff going on with it too, where it just like the sounds, like I mean, the last one, it's like you can tell it's just he's playing a guitar with a couple effect pedals, but there's like a lot of sounds going on this one that it's like I can't. It's kind of like, man, what the fuck is that? Like, what is that sound exactly?
Yeah, it was layered and like depthful, and it was dynamic. It was a cool experiment in sound, and it didn't. I mean. Maybe I'm just comparing it to like the last I guess 20 albums we've listened to, because like 18 of them have been like
it's like that's something that I kept thinking about is like I feel like I'm enjoying this more, but also are my tastes purely fucked from listening to like 20 of these fucking things?
Oh, definitely.
Very good question. Yeah, very good question. And I wondered the same too, but you know what? I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. I think this was a decent Pike. This is definitely like around average at least.
No, I enjoyed this one. As someone who isn't even really familiar with the Pikes, I thought it was really cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Glad to hear it. Okay, I got one this time. What unfortunate sequel is this album?
Oh, Drive Angry.
That's a sequel?
Is that a sequel?
Oh no, it's a Drive Angry 2 is what it was.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying.
No, a sequel that exists.
Oh, a sequel that exists. Unfortunate sequel that exists.
Yeah, that exists. Sorry, I didn't specify.
It's not quite a Jaws 3D. I'm going to say Jaws 4.
Jaws 4. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. I say Speed 2 Cruise Control, but
okay.
That's me.
Yeah. How about you, Brad?
Oh, I'm going to go with Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Oh, nice.
I'm sorry, you consider that an unfortunate
that's a great film.
sequel?
That's not an unfortunate film.
That's better than the original. What the hell? That's one of Golden Globus's best films, one of Cannon's best films, one of the best films of the 80s.
I'm in agreement with you. It's a gem.
Yeah,
that's a fortunate sequel. I was thinking more like bad sequel.
Bad
sequel that shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, I guess I was basing that off the fact that I kind of like this. So let me think.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Yo, the second Sex and the City movie.
Yeah, that was terrible.
That shit was so fucking whack. I don't even lump those movies into canon. It's so bad. But the second one's awful.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Pike 198, 9 Days Till Halloween, Eye on Spiral.
Eye on the spiral. You got to keep your... I think Maynard James Keenan said that once. Keep your eye on the spiral.
I also think Trent Reznor keeps his eye on the downward spiral album
he
sales
does.
because he makes great residuals off it.
It was Maynard's reference, a football reference.
There's some football reference in there. Anyway, October 23rd, 2015, just one day after Residue. So this is honestly, in my opinion, we've heard a lot of these albums, especially in the Days Til Halloween series, referred to as dark ambient.
Uh-huh.
I think this might be the first one that
Yes.
I would consider dark ambient.
Absolutely.
There are actual like synthesizers on this.
Yeah.
It creates a dark atmosphere, but it is musical.
Yeah.
This is dark ambient for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's like a lot of atmospheric, claustrophobic synths. Like, there's a lot going on here. It's abrasive sometimes, occasional guitar, but mostly it's like just big, scary synths. It feels super soundtracky.
This one sounds more like an album.
It feels
Yeah,
like
some
kind
of
of
the
feels
other
like
ones.
John Carpenter music.
A little bit,
almost, yeah, totally.
Definitely hints of Carpenter in there.
Some
for
of the
sure.
like more atmospheric cues that he's done. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. No,
Definitely.
I kind of like this one, you know?
Yeah.
I thought it was really,
cool.
I thought this was really fun.
Yeah, this was definitely my favorite one this week. And also probably my second favorite out of all of the Till Halloween Pikes. There was that other one that was actually an album, and then this one is
Blue
actually an album.
Squared.
Yeah, I think that's...
That one was pretty good, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this one's all right. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's chill.
So what... the police show up at your door. What crime is this that you're being accused of?
Oh no.
That's pretty good. Sodomy, obviously.
Oh yeah, wow. That's not an accusation. That's a fact, Spencer.
No, in seriousness, probably like hit and run.
Yeah, the guitar solos kind of lend
Sodomy
to
can be
that.
considered a hit and run.
Yeah. Yeah. Like hit and run with like a mailbox or something.
Oh, that's also sodomy.
Mm-hmm.
In some states.
Mailbox, get it? A mailbox.
Yeah.
Mail.
I get it.
That's a butthole. It's a box. But
Don't forget to cover your butthole.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was from the last episode. No one's getting that.
I know.
Unless they're a Patreon supporter. To get that joke,
Subscribe to our Patreon now.
Yeah, thank you.
$2 a month gets you all the bonus episodes.
Excellent plug.
Yeah.
Just like
the butt
you
plug.
should put in your butt. Yeah, if you're going to be singing
Exactly.
in the mud, which
Yeah.
we talk about it at length in another episode of this show.
I mean, hopefully not too much length. Like, I prefer mine to be like maybe 2 inches at most.
all
But
right.
that was that. We listened to all those Pikes.
We did listen to all those Pikes.
Congratulations, everyone.
Yeah. I think that with these Pikes, I think we're kind of moving, hopefully, towards stuff that's a little bit more musical. I don't know.
I mean, if not, we've only got 4 more episodes left of this, including
Only
episode
4.
69.
Ooh.
Nice.
No matter what we do.
I'm so stoked for that episode, and that's going to be
me
so good.
too.
That's going to be a fun one. It's the magic number.
It's going to be a nice one.
It is. It's one of the few numbers that have been awarded the nice. The
That's
others,
true.
I think, are 666 and 420.
Yeah, but 666 is just cool.
Yeah.
And depending on your religion, 311.
What if you've...
And depending on which tragedy,
Wow.
311.
What? Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So, see, I've been told that only Hindus, Muslims, and Jews respect 311 as holy. So,
Wow.
Is that true?
yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
That's cool.
I've been told that amber is the color of Islam.
Oh, it's perfect. Are y'all ready to go on a journey with me?
Where are we going, Spencer? Where forever shall we go?
We're going to go into the bucket void.
Statements from the bucket
Oh my god! Oh my god!
We're here.
Oh, we're here. Freaking here. We're part of the show. We're going to talk about the dumb stuff.
We're here.
So
I'm
good.
queer.
Yeah.
Get used to it. I'm sure you're used to it. It's
I'm
been a
pretty fucking used to it.
It's
So,
been a
well, one thing I was saying last week is that like the bucket void, if you don't know, it's us taking a look at YouTube comments primarily related to the Pikes that we listened to this week. But you know what? As I mentioned last week, the bucket void is pretty fucking thin right now. Like these Halloween pikes are not that popular, all things considered. And so there's not a lot of content, but there is content elsewhere that is Buckethead related. So we're going to talk about a variety of things today. And by variety, I mean 2 things. So
that is more than one. I would say it's a variety.
It is. You know, you have a choice of 2. It's a choice of 2. All right. So
we don't have a choice though. It's just 2.
Hey, you're just going to give it to us no matter what.
Yeah.
That is accurate.
X going to give it to you.
X is going to give it to you. And so we're going to get started here. We're going to get through the YouTube stuff here first. To kick things off, YouTube user Extra Testicle says
nice.
5 years ago.
Extra Testicle going to give it to you.
I wonder if they live more boldly knowing they could lose one and still be good.
It's a great point. I also wonder that.
Yeah, they live life on the edge. They
truly
taking risks.
They've got
the edge of the sack. Yeah.
I mean, no one can accuse them of not having balls.
True.
That's true.
True.
That's true. They simply say, "Welcome to the mothership." Their comment ain't great, but their name is, and that's why I brought it up.
You know what? I don't know. Like, welcome to the mothership kind of makes sense in context that, so Bootsy Collins is an oft collaborator with Buckethead, and the mothership, I think, might be in reference to Welcome to the Mothership, the 1970, I want to say 4 album?
Believe so.
6, by Parliament.
Wow.
Which is a fucking awesome album.
It's a great record.
That shit slaps.
Yeah,
I was listening to that today.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was listening to it today.
Hell besides, I'd say Chocolate City, probably Parliament's best album, straight up.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Accurate. Moving on.
Yeah.
Juan Humberto Gomez Quiroz says 5 years ago, edited, "I feel how a big hole is eating me when I listen to this song.
Yo.
I like this pike." Imagine being eaten by a hole, guys.
That's sick.
First off, great job pronouncing that name. I didn't know you had it in you. Second, Quiro's Taco Bell.
Cool. YouTube user Wakana shit. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Wakana shit. Let's say that.
Sure.
They take us on a bit of an adventure here. So we're going to showcase a few of their comments and then a response to their comments. First comment here, 5 years ago, they say, "Ha! Me and my lovely lady are getting high for the first time in ages tonight. And you go and upload these," and then some emojis.
So you know what these emojis mean? Like,
tell me.
I'm gonna show you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So it's like it's
putting
the finger in the hole, basically.
Yeah, it's putting a finger in the hole, but the hole is doing the horns, and so it's like fucking some heavy metal pussy, baby.
Imagine being with like your high school sweetheart, and you haven't smoked weed forever. Now you're like old, and the first thing you do is you sit down, you listen to some Buckethead.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. You're like, just to set the mood.
Set the mood.
Oh yeah, because they definitely fucked afterwards. They had to.
Oh yeah.
They
bucked. What? We're gonna get to that. So there's another response later, 5 years ago, edited again. "Well, me and the lady just finished listening. We have come to the conclusion that this is not just an album, but the thoughts of a madman. You see, it's easy to sound utterly mentally deranged playing an instrument randomly. However, this is Buckethead. He wrote this. How can you write this without having to be insane? 10 out of 10 won't listen again." Incredible comment. Truly incredible comment.
I love that Buckethead could record an album where just noodling around. It sounds like he wrote that.
And also, they say that they came to conclusions, and I'm like, I've never come to anything that abstract.
Perfect. And then there's a couple responses to their posts, but this one was the best. And Javier Rockers says 5 years ago, "Shut the fuck up and enjoy it in silence."
Yo, Javier.
Javier is on one, and I dig
it.
I dig that aggression.
I like the idea of like pretending like a Buckethead YouTube comment section is like a noise show.
Yeah, right.
You
Like,
know, being like, the guys are making noise right now. You gotta fucking chill out, okay? You gotta stop talking while the noise is happening.
Can you see they're wearing ski masks?
Yeah, they're wearing ski masks right now. They're being subversive. You need to pay attention.
So yeah, we need to go on like Buckethead YouTube and just whenever anyone uses all caps, just respond to them. This is a library.
Nice. That's pretty good.
Very accurate.
So now we get into the truly dark comments that I sourced this week. These next two comments are distressing. They're also cum corner a little bit, but we're not going to use the song here because it's too distressing. Trust me, Brit. Trust me.
I don't know. I kind of disagree. I feel like cum corner is just whatever makes people cum.
No, this is cum corner. Oh God. Well, you set it up. Jesus Christ. YouTube user Tweekend27 says 5 years ago, creepier than my naked grandmother in the corner of her room, scribbling circles on the wall in red crayons while she says stuff backwards.
I mean, you got a number for your grandma? That sounds pretty cool.
It does sound pretty cool.
Sounds like a fucking King Diamond album.
She's an artist. Dude, she's a fucking artist, and he's just art shaming her. What the fuck, guy?
Yeah, totally.
Like,
and yeah, that's a fucking King Diamond album for sure. Totally.
That's at least 2 King Diamond albums.
Yeah, that's definitely them and them 2 or whatever.
It's like the Forbidden Red Crayon Part 1 and 2. It's
oh yeah. There you go.
Beautiful.
Moving on to some truly distressing content from YouTube user Tweekend27. Might keep this Pike on loop so those girls in my basement have some easy listening in the dark.
Ooh, big Les Claypool energy there.
Damn. Fucking hell.
You just called him Les Claypool. You just called Les Claypool Les Claypool.
Don't. Just
How is that not from Elliot Rogers' fucking YouTube account?
Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. As I said earlier, Buckethead YouTube content has been sparse with these Pikes because they're not super popular, but something else happened in the world that is relevant to the Bucketverse, and that is very relevant. KFC announced that they will be offering Beyond Meat as an option for a meatless chicken experience.
Beyond fried chicken.
Meatless fried chicken experience. And so as with any announcement like this, there's a lot of people talking about it on the internet. So we're going to look at some of their comments. And before we get to that, I kind of want to say my piece about this. And that is that, I don't know if I've talked about this on the podcast before, but I worked at KFC when I was a teenager. In fact,
we have talked about this.
Okay.
Yeah.
I met Brit when I was working at KFC, actually. Not at KFC, but, while I was working there. And knowing the way that place works, when I heard this announcement, I was like, all right, I guess that's fine. I mean, despite the fact that, I'm vegan, I've been vegan for a long time, I look at something like this and I'm like, okay, cool, whatever, but there's no way that they're going to be using like a different fryer or anything to fry this.
Or just proper food handling in general.
Yeah, proper food. Dude, when I worked there was some motherfucker that made the fried chicken without gloves. That was just how he wanted to do it. Dude, nobody cared.
In Anchorage, Alaska, there was a half KFC, half I think it was Ivar's or Long John Silver's.
Long John Silver's, yeah.
Yeah, and they fried the chicken and the fish in the exact same fryer.
Oh, no.
So all of the chicken tasted like fish and all of the fish tasted like chicken.
Yeah.
I got a 5-piece meal that was supposed to be, I think, 2 pieces of fish and 3 pieces of chicken. When I was done with the meal, I was like, okay, which was which? Like, it was distressing.
Yeah.
Distressing.
And so, having worked at KFC and knowing what it's like, I don't want to eat absolutely anything that goes into their fryers, chicken or otherwise.
Yeah, I'll eat their biscuits. Their biscuits are tasty.
Yeah, the biscuits are tight. Yeah, eat the biscuits, don't eat the chicken. Trust me on that one. But anyways,
they're mash and gravy.
There was a lot of people talking about this on the internet, and so I went to my most trusted source for terrible takes, Facebook.com.
It's the home of the worst takes and the worst opinions of all time.
Facebook user Kevin Anderson says, finger licking bad.
Do you think that's Kevin J. Anderson, writer of the sequels to Dune?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Obviously. Who else would it be?
That's great writing right there. I mean, it reads just like, House Arrakis or whatever.
Yes. Facebook user Tommy Viverito says, chickens are plant-based. They eat grain. Of course, they also eat bugs, worms.
Bugs, worms.
What is that?
Thank you, Tommy. Very cool.
Thank you for adding to the conversation. Yes, you're a king, Tommy Viverito, very vivacious and Viverito.
And so just a disclaimer here for all of these names that we're saying. This was a public post, so if you put your name out there on a public post, I'm gonna read it. I don't give a shit.
I mean, we're not doxing anybody. Or anything, and
totally.
It doesn't matter.
Totally.
We only have 3 fans that I think could potentially stalk people, so it's no big deal.
Nice. User Bev Walsh says, I'll stick with the meat God provided for our consumption. And if they outlaw that, I'll stick with my beans and cornbread and such. I don't need their pretend food.
And I mean, actually
imagine thinking that KFC is going to outlaw meat.
Imagine thinking eating non-chicken chicken is somehow an affront to God.
Right.
It's all a bunch of food that was already given to you from God, quote unquote. So fuck it, just.
Oh yeah. Also, imagine thinking that fake meat is too processed, but Jiffy cornbread is not. It's got 40 fucking ingredients.
I know, including lard.
Yeah, the box looks like a fucking bottle of Dr. Bronner's with how much text there is on it. It's nuts.
I know, right? Terrible. Love to see it though.
Love a bad take.
Joseph Tarrant says, plant-based meat is just the meat of a plant, also known as a salad.
Very cool, Joseph Tarrant.
Very cool. Thank you.
Very good opinion.
Extremely good take.
Yeah, love it.
Moving on, Steve Buckman says, don't care. I can deep fry tree bark at home.
You know what? His name is Steve Buckman, and he came to fuck men.
I would try deep fried tree bark. That seems interesting.
I mean, I'll deep fry anything. Tree bark might be going too far, but if you use birch bark, it could get rid of a headache.
Yeah,
possibly.
Yeah, there you go.
Aspirin is based on birch bark that native populations have used for thousands of years now.
Ain't that the truth?
Because the white men just rip off the brown man, no matter what.
Sure. Speaking of
pyramids, the base pro shop pyramid. Brown people.
Yo, teach them.
That's the only example I have.
Speaking of which, user Milford Sanford says, and so begins the war on farmers.
Do you think Milford is into MILFs?
He's got to be. But also,
he's got it on his name.
Don't farmers make the things the fake chicken is made out of? I mean, how is this a war on farmers?
Yeah, he's talking about ranchers and people who own factory farms. Are you really gonna canonize and make a hero out of people
like Tyson
who run
Foods?
Chicken? Yeah, Tyson Chicken.
They're not buying their chicken from mom and pop down the street who have a chicken coop.
No, it's giant places that are just that treat the chickens like shit and feed them until they're fucking enormous and cut off their heads and call it a day.
Yeah, it's gnarly.
The war on farmers do good work. There's plenty, and chickens aren't. I mean, chickens are a lot more responsible to use as meat than beef or pork or anything that costs a ton of water to make. But basically, anything you use that's meat based is not good for the environment. Maybe we should begin a war on factory farmers to save our planet.
Also, everything is bad and everything is terrible. So, moving on.
I don't know. Have you ever had your taint licked?
Oh, yeah, that is nice.
Yeah, right.
You know what else?
You know
else is nice?
One nice thing, Spenser.
Is Matt McDougall's comment, which says plant-based is unhealthy and owned by Gates. And by that, I'm assuming he means Gates McFadden, who played Dr. Beverly on Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, crushing it there. And I love his PFP. It looks like, I believe, like a medieval knight holding an American flag.
Yes, but it looks like the
correct?
American flag doesn't have the right number of stars, so potentially it's like some kind of like
like some guy
successionist
who
movement.
or some guy who like does not believe in like the Louisiana Purchase or something.
I thought
like
you were going to
that.
say the Luigi Purchase.
Luigi Mamma Mia! Your westward expansion.
Notoriously the most cowardly purchase.
Exactly.
But it jumped very high.
True.
Yes,
Right?
that's true. That's true. Yeah, a little bit
jumped to
taller
the
too.
highest.
A little bit
Got
taller
hops.
Yeah. I wish I was a baller. Wish I was a little bit taller. Wish I was Luigi.
So the next comment that we're going to cite here left a few comments, and we're going to talk about them. The first one, though, where he starts it off, Facebook user Chad Cathcart says,
Definitely
like a Chad, there isn't growing demand. It's being forced, manufactured, just like everything else. And
Yeah, I don't disagree. Like, oh, they're advertising and marketing a product. Whoa!
It kind of makes me
crazy.
So there were a few responses pointing out how he is dumb, but we're not going to talk about those. We're going to talk about his responses to those comments, which are amazing. In which he says, "You obviously aren't aware of the plant-based foods and supply chain clampdown agenda being rolled out. Keep laughing. You clearly don't know."
So, I mean, to be fair, like some of the biggest brands in plant-based stuff are owned by like mega corporations. Like Nestle owns like Sweet Earth, and I think a couple other like really big brands in food replacement.
Well, Sweet Earth isn't purely plant-based stuff, but yes,
that's true. I mean, a lot of like Sweet Earth is like they've gone.
They do make some stuff, but they do also make.
They're not like
stuff.
Yeah, they only have like a couple products I know that have milk in. They're not like corn that has like milk or eggs in everything.
Well, they do have eggs in some of their stuff. So Sweet
in
Earth
like
does,
like two other products. Yeah, but a very limited amount. Sweet Earth is mostly entirely plant-based.
Mostly, yeah. But yeah, like totally, all the big corporations own that shit. You know,
right? And you know. They're rolling it out and trying to sell it to people because not only is it profitable, but it's profitable because they have to use so many less resources to make it. Like versus beef, like the water consumption of a pound of beef versus a pound of like beef replacement is incomparable. It's like 1 to 20. It's absolutely nuts. And so like, yeah, of course they're going to try to sell something that is equally as healthy or more healthy and costs them less resources. That's a fucking business no-brainer. Yeah, so like, I don't.
But like,
what are you talking about the supply chain? Shut the fuck up.
Can I just say one more time?
Yeah,
I absolutely love the line. The plant-based foods and supply chain clampdown agenda.
It does make me really wish there were like KFC Gestapo forcing this dude to eat fucking plant-based chicken.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to force you to eat it.
So, having worked at like a co-op, I can definitely say this is part of the vegan, gay, plant-based agenda. Like, straight up, like, well, because like me, the two main buyers in the entire store who bought anything plant-based were both gay. So, and mostly plant-based. So, you know, it's...
Speaking of gay plant-based agenda, our next comment... Oh, sorry, I thought it was a different comment. Oh, I'll just read it. Our next comment simply says... Tony Scardas simply says... Communists!
Damn, he got him. He found him.
Got him.
Oh, yeah, and he's... I wonder what that red hat that he's wearing in his profile picture says. I can't imagine.
I can't imagine what it says.
I have no idea what that could possibly say.
Is it a St. Louis Cardinals hat?
Yeah, it must be. It's because it's red and it has white text on it. It's got to be. You know what I'm thinking? Kansas City
there we
Chiefs.
Go.
Right? It's got to be the Kansas City Chiefs.
Maybe Chicago Bulls, possibly.
Perhaps.
Could just be a really big Jordan Pippen fan.
Yeah,
who isn't? I mean, Jordan and Pippen were like the best team ever.
I'm
like,
a big Pippen,
but they didn't break their dick 3 times like Rodman.
I mean, you don't know that, but like Rodman's obviously the only one who's just willing to just say
That's
it.
true.
Yeah,
Rodman,
for sure. I
Rodman
bet he's
is-
got a pretty long dick too.
Oh, definitely.
it's
Like
gotta be a monster.
Rodman is
yeah,
he's a rod man.
yeah.
Yeah, he's not a Rodman. He's a rod man.
Yeah, for sure.
Like
For sure.
he has that wizard staff on lock.
For sure.
Like, imagine like him, because him and like Kim Jong Un hang out.
Oh, they're
together.
homies.
Uh-huh.
Or-
Yeah.
yeah, like
It is
that's
known.
gotta be the most imbalanced dick pairing of all time. Of any friend.
I think it's just
right?
the most imbalanced pairing in general.
It really is. Like you've got like this like queer huge fuck boy from the 90s
Mm-hmm.
who like really like trendsetted and like honestly like I as a queer person who dresses fabulously, I owe a huge debt of gratitude to Dennis Rodman because
Oh, yeah.
he paved the way. He was one of the few like cis male celebrities back in the 90s actually like taking real fashion risks. and
Oh
really
yeah,
dressing
wearing like dresses
Yeah,
and everything.
like a bad
yeah.
bitch.
So,
Yeah.
Dennis Rodman walked so that Wes Borland could fly.
Truth.
You're not wrong. You are not wrong at all. Like, I mean, he walked so like Harry Styles could fly too. Like he really opened up gender bending fashion in a way that nobody else did. And he could do it because at the time he was so dominant in basketball and what he did that everyone saw him is this untouchable badass. And I appreciate that,
Hell yeah.
you know?
So I just gotta loop us back around to our point here. Let's just remember that Tony Scarta commented all caps communists on a post
You know what?
about KFC now offering a meat-free option on their menu.
He just misspelled a letter. It's communists.
Oh,
We
that
want
makes a bit more
everyone-
sense. Yeah.
We want everyone to come.
Yeah, for sure. So lastly,
yeah.
for the KFC talk, this was a comment that I saw in the wild. I did not see this, nothing like this, but this was just a random. I was looking at random like public posts about this on Facebook, and I saw this comment. Ed Flynn says, "Did anyone ask Buckethead what he thinks of this?"
Yes.
And a picture of Buckethead, which is just amazing. Seeing that on a public post was truly amazing.
That's really great.
Yeah.
Especially because Buckethead does maybe on average an interview every 2 or 3 years. So I'm sure that someone would sit there with their phone and ask him about each individual press picture that's been taken of him.
Definitely.
That seems reasonable.
Definitely
right?
reasonable.
That seems very reasonable.
very
extremely
reasonable.
reasonable. Yeah,
Yes.
totally.
The most
This
reasonable.
is a sign though that y'all are influencing the world out there right now.
Yeah, we're influencers, definitely in a very very shallow pool.
But you're making it in
yes.
six. That's what counts.
I'd say more so a drowning pool because we let the bodies hit the floor.
Yeah, we do.
you know?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we fuck them on the floor.
Yeah, we do.
like to do them dirty on the shitty carpet.
I don't have carpet in my
Yeah.
apartment, but yeah,
That's
sure.
true. Well, if you did, you should. I'm gonna get you a rug and make it really dirty just so you can fuck.
Cool.
on it,
I could
okay?
use a rug. That'd be great.
Yeah.
We've got one more for this segment today, and this is a statement from the Instagram void. This is literally something from my
Ooh.
message request that I screenshotted and did not accept the request. I did not
I love
respond to
it.
it. I
We
just screenshotted it.
I've done that with several times. Like several comments, I'm like, you are not worth my time. Sorry.
But I thought that this was a pretty good one. This was in response to, I shared a meme that you made where it was like, it was the Twin Towers that were both Slash, and there was a plane flying towards them that had a bucket on it, and it's an incredible meme.
It's a KFC plane.
It's a KFC plane.
Definitely a
and
bucket plane.
This user responded to it and hold on. And simply said, wait, give me 1 second here. Simply said, "Yes, baby, yes. Bucket is alpha daddy. Slash drinks his own piss."
I wonder if that's true. Does he drink his own piss?
Probably.
I don't think so. I know he pisses the bed.
Yeah, definitely pisses the
Definitely
bed.
pisses the bed.
Definitely.
Did he admit to that in one of his handful of interviews?
I think other
No,
people
there-
have said it about him.
Other people have said that.
Oh,
about him.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely like a known thing that Slash is a incredible alcoholic.
Oh, of course.
Of
and
course.
pisses.
Oh, well, that makes
Yeah.
sense. His kidneys are probably failing.
Oh yeah, you're probably. I never even thought about it that way, but you're probably.
Yeah,
right.
no, if-
if-
There's probably
Just like pro tip to everyone out there, if you get hammered on the regular and you end up pissing the bed, go see the doctor because your kidneys might be fucked up.
Yeah.
Take care of your health.
That's actually the best, maybe the best bucket fact we've ever had on the show.
Incredible.
That's definitely always. If you're peeing funny, something's wrong. Like it's going to be either your kidneys or maybe your prostate. And for men, those are two of the biggest problems besides heart problems.
Facts.
So if you are peeing funny, go to the doctor, get checked out, tell them how you're peeing funny. Because if you usually pee regular and something's different, that is an indication that your health is actually in danger. So take care of yourself. And
Wow.
in America
Thanks,
at
Brit.
least. In America, at least, it sucks that we have a very broken healthcare system where it's hard to take care of yourself and it costs a lot of money to take care of yourself. But
True that.
your health is fucking worth it.
Fucking
Like
paramount, brah.
you can't care about money if you're dead, and so don't put your health on the back burner.
Thanks for
do
the
what you
TED
can.
Talk, Brit.
Do what you can. If you don't have good health insurance, go to social services, go to the government, look on government websites.
Brit.
You can get better health coverage usually. Listen, shut up, Spencer. I'm talking about
This is
healthcare.
edutainment.
This is important. I'm having a goddamn Bernie moment.
Anyways, that's all we got for Bucket Boy today.
Oh, hell yeah.
Statements from the Bucket Boy.
Bucket Boy. Oh man, okay, we're back. We're now at the part of the show where we recommend cool things for our fun and awesome listeners to check out. Brit,
Yeah.
what you got?
The film that was released, I think, late last year, I want to say. Yeah, late last year, Don't Look Up, Adam McKay's new film.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. We love Adam McKay. He's the guy who did like a bunch of Will Ferrell films like Talladega Nights and
Yeah,
Step
we
Brothers
love
and stuff like that.
Talladega Nights for sure.
And those are fun films. but
Didn't
for the last-
Will McKay also direct Step Brothers?
Oh, yeah.
Step Brothers,
Yeah,
Adam
he did,
McKay,
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah,
Step
and
Brothers
so-
is one of the finest
it's very fun.
cinematic.
like
feats ever.
He made some very funny films, but then he also he directed Ant-Man.
Yeah,
And he made a ton of money off directing Ant-Man for Marvel. And since then, he has only made like passion projects, all of which are incredibly political, including The Big Short, Vice, and his newest one, Don't Look Up, which is an amazing cinematic treatise on our current moment of the government caring far more about capitalism than it does about the world not like blowing up and dying. And I cannot recommend it enough. It is satire in its very best form, incredibly well acted, incredibly funny, incredibly depressing because it's like watching the world die in real time, but like it just has a few more laughs than our absolute reality.
yeah.
And fucking Biden said he was going to do more than Trump to combat
Yeah.
climate change. And so he immediately rejoined the Paris Climate Accord, which is great. However, on the other hand, he approved in his first year more oil drilling contracts than Trump ever did in any of his years in office, which makes me wonder, hey, Joe Biden, are you just lying? Because it feels that
Yeah.
way.
And he's really
That
getting away
time.
with
Yeah.
it, too. Like, relatively unchallenged.
I mean, to liberals.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and it frustrates me because like there are like three distinct like Twitters at this point. There's the conservative Twitter, which is scary. I don't go there. Liberal Twitter, which is deranged and like short-sighted, and they make arguments that are completely illogical and do not make sense. And then there's left Twitter, who's just out there on their own being like, what the fuck is happening? Let me ask a simple question. And then a liberal will respond to it with like, a 1,000-word tweet, and none of it makes any sense because they're just not steeped in reality in any way at this point. It's if you think that corporations and business interests can have unlimited growth and our planet can survive that, you're a fucking idiot. You're wrong, and you need to change your mind. So watch Don't Look Up, because it's a good treatise on that, and it's a very simple explanation of our current moment.
Nice.
Highly recommend.
Cool.
Brad, what do you got to recommend?
Oh, so I said I had something ICP related, and
Yes,
I
you
do.
did.
I'm going to recommend a book I read recently. It's called Juggalo Country: Inside the
Hell
World
yeah.
of Insane Clown Posse and America's Weirdest Music Scene. It's by a writer called Craven Rock. And,
That's a great name.
oh,
Yeah.
it's a sick fucking name. And there's some.
That sounds like an appetizer that they would have at Hard Rock Cafe.
Oh, absolutely! Like
Yeah, it does.
during like Wes Craven weekend.
Yes, exactly.
No, that's what they call it when Wes Craven does cocaine.
Which is probably often. Let's be real here.
Craven
Oh,
weekend's
yes.
coming up.
Can you imagine like doing fucking coke with Wes Craven and Clive Owen in the 80s?
Oh my god, I'm not gay
That
enough
shit-
for that.
I am. I definitely am.
I'm just terrified of the proposition, like, because it's one of those things going into it. You know, it's going to be fun, but maybe in like a way you're not totally cool with.
Yeah,
But
totally.
it's
You're
also
gonna be
there's cocaine, so fuck it. You know, like there's already bad shit going
yeah.
on.
yeah,
I mean,
totally.
yeah, like let us introduce you to our unworldly pleasures.
So yeah,
Like,
there's butt stuff 1,000% on the menu
Oh,
for that
yeah.
hangout.
Oh.
Like,
Much like what
Definitely.
must happen at the gathering
mhm.
where the book takes
Yeah.
place.
Oh my
So
goodness.
it's a really basically the book is a really fun. It's like a gonzo journalism. Like
Oh, yeah, I like that. So it's someone who like goes into it and just like writes about their experience.
exactly, and it's kind of like approached
Love
from like they're sort of dissecting it from like a class conscious perspective.
Ooh,
and
I
being
love
like-
that. That's
It's
great.
just kind of
Yeah.
interesting to see how much because I only really know about Juggalos and Insane Clown Posse from the ones I went to high school with. But just to kind of see like the gathering of the Juggalos doesn't have security, and it's on.
That's true. And also, it doesn't have security, but the last 3 years, I believe, there has not been a single arrest or 911 call unless it was like an emergency of someone like overdosing.
It's
or
interesting.
something.
Like they
Like-
really kind of police them like in a very real
They
way. Like
Yeah.
just kind of like police each other's behaviors through various means. Like they straight up will have a Juggalo court if someone fucks up bad
Yeah.
enough, and they'll just decide like
Right.
what this Juggalo's like punishment needs to be.
And it's
Those
always
fucking
going to be like
rules.
something funny, like you got to drink like a fifth of vodka and like
Yo,
2 liters of red fucking.
they will
Faygo.
straight up like
And-
put you
yeah.
inside like one of those like kiddie play things, like playhouse things.
Uh-huh.
like a bounce castle.
Oh, not even just like a shitty little Fisher
oh,
Price.
oh, like the tiny
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah, yeah.
But they'll put you in a spot where you can still see the main stage, so you're like, you're being shamed, but you don't miss out on the good times.
that
Like,
fucking
And you know
rules.
that's amazing community policing, and like I feel like more music communities need to be that because so many aren't. Like metal's actually pretty good about it.
Pretty
but-
good about it.
yeah, not
But-
everybody needs to get the
punk-
shit beat out of them. Sometimes they need to just get put in
No.
the fucking little plastic
Yeah,
playhouse.
no, like a public shaming is honestly in a scene where there are no actual laws or anything. A public shaming is like a great punishment that if you can survive it and like take the shame and like admit to yourself that you know you did something wrong and whatever, like it's something you can come back from. And I'm
yeah,
fine
you
with
can.
that.
There's all kinds of things you can atone for.
Everyone makes mistakes, and honestly, like I made years ago, I made a huge mistake in the goth scene. I made a
Such
huge
a good
mistake in the goth
mistake.
scene. I made a giant mistake in the goth scene, and so like I made an ass of myself at a goth night. I was drunk and horny and did some dumb shit, and so the next week I came back. And I apologized to like everybody at Goth Night, and like the first person I apologized to was the doorman. And like, he was like, wow, I'm surprised you came back. Give me just a sec. And then he came back and he's like, hey, come in. And so I came in and I immediately like beelined to the next person I was going to apologize to.
Wait,
And,
did
like,
you take your dick out? What did you do?
No, I was kind of seeing someone at the time, and we were like, you know, fuck buddies and whatever. But I got too drunk one night and was just too handsy and tried to like be too much like, hey, we should go back to your place together. And they were like, no, you're too drunk. And I made a scene, and the bouncer was like, hey, listen, she's not into it. You need to go. And I'm like, no, what the fuck? Like, we've been fucking for a long time. Like, no, she's into it. And then I made an ass of myself.
Ugh.
I was in the wrong
Hate to see
entirely.
Hate to see it.
Yeah, no, I was a huge dickhead. Thankfully, like, she forgave me. We fucked a bunch more after that. But
It's good.
We love to hear it.
but also,
We do,
But she
yeah.
forgave me because I apologized to her and to everybody involved. Because after I got sober, like the very next day, I'm like, oh my God, I fucked up. Like, categorically, nothing I did was acceptable in any way. And so I went to everyone who I did unacceptable stuff to that I remember, and I gave them a full apology because they deserved it, because I sucked in that moment in my life. And that was a great learning experience.
Sometimes
And
you
I
have
feel
them.
like,
Yeah.
and I feel like communities, like, responsibly, if people don't automatically do that and go like apologize, like, people need to be ostracized from those communities, and people need to be held accountable in those.
Oh yeah.
communities.
You got to give people an opportunity as well to do it.
Absolutely. Like, everyone deserves a second chance. However, if people aren't willing to admit their faults and take the second chance, they
No,
don't deserve it.
absolutely not.
100%.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah.
What's cool with you, Spencer?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
My recommendation for this week is, I mean, it's well known, it's established, it is known. We're fans of jazz fusion, or jazz
Killer
and
genre.
fusion. Killer, right? And I'm a big fan of fusion jazz, and I discovered an album recently that has been just blowing my mind. I've listened to it like 5 times in the last couple of days. It's so good.
Damn.
So I got to recommend it, and it is an album from 1976 by Hiroshi Suzuki called Cat.
Okay.
Oh shit, I've heard that.
Yeah.
That's a really good album.
Is that the drummer? Is that a drummer?
He's a trumpeter.
trumpeter.
Yeah.
Okay. This guy has a very similar name to the guy who's playing for a really cool jazz outfit now.
Anyways, yeah, 1976, Hiroshi Suzuki, Cat. It's a fucking killer record.
Yeah, it's super
so
fun.
good.
Dude,
Super fun.
Like Japanese fusion has some of the best bass and drums.
So
of
that's one of
anything.
my two favorite parts of this record. I mean, everybody that plays on it is brilliant. It's bass. It's stand up bass, drums, trumpet, and electric piano. Right?
Love it.
Everybody's amazing, but like the drums and bass hold it down and like give the song structure in a way that make them so compelling and so interesting. And the bass lines are often really simple, but
there's all Japanese basses are incredibly pocket,
tasteful,
but they're incredible,
like incredibly tasteful. Like just this, the playing is just so good, and like the songs have this like dusty '70s fusion-y vibe to them, and it's just so good.
Love it.
I can't recommend it enough. I think it's an absolutely brilliant record, and like I'm gonna listen to it like 100 times, and everybody else should too.
Hell yeah.
It's fucking awesome.
Yes.
Kill it.
Check that shit out. It's tight. I think it's time for my favorite part of the show.
Is it?
Is it? It is.
Is it?
Do it.
Okay.
Bucket joke. Ha 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 ha. Bucket joke. Ha 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 ha. Bucket joke. Ha 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 ha. Bucket joke.
Hey, I'm going to tell some jokes. What do silicone-based lubrication and veterinary optometrists have in common?
Oh no.
What do silicone-based lubrication and veterinary optometrists have in common?
No idea.
Oh.
Well, they both help goats see.
Oh, that's a fun one.
Oh no.
Y'all heard of this band Haim? They're 3 sisters that make pop music. I dig them, but it'd be a shame if they added an S to the beginning of their name.
Okay.
That one works better in text. Here's a joke that also works better in text. I bought a top shelf bottle of Japanese rice wine for goodness sake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 It's supposed to be sake.
I get it. They get the joke. Everybody gets the joke.
It's
pretty good.
Here's yet another one that works much better in text form. I've been seeing a new girl and I really like her. We've been trying some new stuff sexually, and the other day we were having sex in reverse cowgirl, or as I like to call it, walk.
That's pretty good.
That takes you had to prepare that one. I respect that.
I did. I've been saying liberal walk. I'm like, get it right.
You gotta get it right.
Yeah.
So I was walking down the street the other day, and oddly enough, I got catcalled. It was weird. I was just waiting at the crosswalk, and someone rolled down their window, and they go,
Pretty good.
according to the Bible, polar bears lived on Noah's Ark in harmony with everything.
Yeah, I don't know about
I was
that.
late for an appointment the other day, listening to Steve Winwood's early prog rock band. So when I said I was late being caught up in traffic, I was not lying.
That's a deep cut.
That's a deep cut. I like that.
For those who don't, Steve Winwood was in a band called Traffic, and they're really good. Check them out.
Dude, Higher Love, always a banger.
What does Carlos Santana order at Jamba Juice?
I don't know.
A smoothie featuring Mike Thomas of Matchbox 20.
Oh, it's a hot one.
That's a good one. I like that.
It's boo must mean return, because when you throw a real meringue, it definitely does not return to you.
What?
I'm going to say that one again. Boo must mean return, because when you throw a regular meringue, it does not return to you.
Jesus Christ, Fred. God damn it.
That's a good joke.
No, it wasn't.
That
Really,
was pretty good.
that was good because he had to tell it to you twice because you're dumb.
Yeah, that's true. That makes it funnier. Me being stupid makes the jokes better. So
it's a joke for 12 fans only. You gotta meet a certain mental level.
Do they include like a Mensa like sign up form with every Tool album? Like, 'cause
I'm sure they do.
they probably do. They're like, clearly you qualify for this group.
I feel like that's on the back of the label for every bottle of wine that Maynard James Keenan
Oh,
makes.
absolutely. He's like, here, join my club.
Yeah. So I tried to shear a llama the other day, but I got arrested. Apparently, Buddhist religious figures do not like that. I got a universal remote the other day, but I don't think I need it because I really only plan on using it on Earth.
Low-hanging fruit. Low-hanging fruit.
Yeah. So I wrote a small set of exclusively KFC jokes.
Oh, Jesus.
So I'm going to read just KFC jokes from here on out until the end.
Let's do it.
Right? What do you call a cheap gigolo who sells his body out of the KFC parking lot?
I don't know.
$5 fillet.
Woo.
Woof.
Did you hear about the menu item that KFC made based on how Snoop Dogg used to sell weed to Cameron Diaz in high school?
What?
Yeah, it's the KFC Famous Bowl.
Which, interestingly enough, you need to be high to eat.
Yeah, that's true.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's true. It's required.
Most people don't know this, but the KFC menu sells each individual piece of chicken a la carte on the menu, which begs the question to me, why the fuck does KFC have French words on their menu?
That's pretty good. That's a great question, actually. Nobody in the U.S.
really
speaks
is.
French.
No, a la carte? Like, just say individual pieces or, like, single pieces? Like,
Trying to be too fancy.
You're really
Yeah.
You are overestimating the regular KFC clientele.
That's true.
Most people, so no, not that one. I got a pot pie at KFC the other day. It's weird because that's also what I call it when I get the cute twink who works their stone on his lunch break and come in his butt.
That's such a stretch. It's very barely a joke.
Listen, I'm coming in a butthole. That's a pie. Pot is involved. Shut up.
Brit got there.
All
Brit
right,
got
here's
there.
the last one. Here's
Don't
the last
defend
one.
him.
I'm sorry.
Shut
Brit
up,
got there.
Spenser.
Just saying.
Just get ready for the best last joke. I dressed
All right.
up in a very nice vested suit the other day and had a beautiful, deep, emotionally intimate date with my girlfriend at KFC. I called it the 3-piece tender combo.
Oh my God, Brit.
That's very romantic.
That's pretty
Yeah.
bad. That was a bad joke. But
They're
they're good.
all bad,
They're good.
Spenser.
Thank you for your jokes, Brit. I love
Yeah, those
those.
were fun.
Anyways, I guess that's the end of the show. Brit, where can we follow you on the internet?
You can follow me at Dog Vorbis on most socials, or hit us up on at a Bucketcast on most socials.
Most of them.
I'll respond
Not
to you
all of
as
them.
quick as I can.
We're not.
Even if you're a dickhead, I will roast you and delete you and block you.
Yeah.
But if you're cool, I'll just talk to you. We'll have a fun conversation. Ask any of our fans who have talked to me. I'm a nice guy. I do nice social media. Sometimes.
Nice.
Where can we find you, Brad? Do you want to be
I'm going to stay below the radar, but I am going to say to the people out there, it's time to pick a side. The Croc Wars are coming, and you either get down with Crocs, or we're going to fucking stomp you out. That's just the way it goes. We got Crocs on. So
That's true. Yeah.
Is Spenser, whether he likes it or not?
Yeah, you're in the
Croc
I'm
side
on the
now.
Crocs
I'm on
side
the Croc
now.
side
That's
now.
true. I don't know if I like it very much,
Weird.
but I do agree.
Bro, you are croc pilled and straight
It's true.
jibbed out. So you don't have a choice.
You're part of it now.
You
You're
don't have
part
a
of the
choice, bro.
offensive.
Croc pilled, straight jibbed out.
Yeah.
But also, I don't know. We might be too
Spence-
relaxed to stomp anybody out.
yeah, our feet don't hurt. We're comfortable.
Yeah,
We're chilling.
the war's
No, I
been
don't
the
wanna-
war was lost
Yeah.
before it started.
Even if we try
Yeah.
to stomp them out, they're so soft and like malleable that it's just going to be pleasant. It's going to be like hitting
And
somebody.
I couldn't even feel tough saying it because I'm wearing Crocs. It's just like, like my heart wasn't in saying stomp you out.
Yeah.
Unless someone has sand on their Crocs and stomps them,
True.
and then you definitely go to feel it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's a less than great
call
thing.
back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. Spenser, where can I find you?
My website, Spenser.zone, and that's Spenser, like Spenser for hire. So look that up if you don't know.
Yeah, two S's like the German secret
Jesus
police.
Christ.
Jesus.
God damn it.
Rittenhouse off top and then this.
Let's
Sorry,
go,
I
Britain.
just came up with that.
Let's go,
Let's go,
Britain.
Brit.
Shut up.
Let's go, Britain. Yeah.
No. All right. Well,
Two can play
I-
that game.
speaking of which, I have been Britain.
And I've been Spenser.
And I've been bred.
You've been listening to Gettin' Head, a Bucketcast.
Stay greasy, bucketheads.
Namaste.